Welcome back to the Smalls RV Adventures. In this episode, we're going to talk about staying warm in your RV during the fall and winter months of this camping season. Camping never ends in the Smalls RV Adventures world. Stay tuned, everybody. Staying warm is something that we all want to do. Let's go over some of the key aspects that we use to stay warm in our rig. We're going to show you how to stay warm in your RV as the seasons change in the next upcoming multiple videos in sequence. From camping full time, I've learned that you have to have multiple heating sources just in case one fails. As in camping, we have multiple sources for everything. For this episode, we're going to talk about heating and power. Most of our RVs already come equipped with a furnace, or if you're in a van, it comes with the heating system that's already built into your vehicle. So let's talk about the second source of heat. Your second source of heat is going to be combined with power. So we have to see what you're connected to, whether you're on the street, whether you're in a campground. It all depends on how you're going to use this next heating source. The next heating source I'm referring to is electrical heat. Electrical heat will help you out so much if you in a campground or you're connected to shore power. That way you can save on fuel and propane. Placement is key where you store your electrical heat. Let's go inside where I can show you where we store our electrical heat. The same applies for all RVs. You want to put one in the front and one in the back, and I'm going to show you how it's done. The first area where we store our heat is in the living area. Our RV goes further into the back, but this placement is greatest for our RV. As you know, heat rises. So we have a fan, an oscillating heater with the fan to blow the heat out into the air. As the heat rises, we have another fan that can blow the heat directly into our living quarters in the room. As you can see, this oscillating fan blows from right to left, and I can feel the heat from where I'm standing. As the heat raises, it's blown right into our room. Now let's look at the second placement of the heating source. Our second source of electric heat is in the rear of the RV in the bathroom. The bathroom is an important place that you're going to want to have heat in the fall and winter. When you get up and you go to the bathroom, without a heating source in there, it gets really, really cold. So that's where you want to have that heating source. Here we have a small ceramic heater. I'm going to put links in the description of this video for all these things for when you're RVing. The back, we have it open because there's a fan back there. And the front is also a fan to blow it out. You don't want to cover the back. The heat blows straight out the bathroom, which is really good. Having the heat in the bathroom is really nice because you can feel the heat as you're walking into the bathroom. Now, you have like a crosswind of heat when you walk into the RV. The living room space is going to be the warmest because you have the heat coming from the bathroom and the heat coming from the front of the living space into the middle of the living room. The fan helps blow heat into our bedroom. The oscillating fan helps blow heat into the second bedroom and the back of the RV. So everything stays warm just with electric heat. This is great for the fall and the beginning of winter. When it gets really, really cold and you want to keep your tanks from freezing, you're going to have to run your furnace. Our furnace is off right now, and we just have the one ceramic heater running in the bathroom, and it's keeping the RV at 72 degrees. It was 83 degrees in here, and we had to turn it off because it was too warm. But if the temperature drops below freezing, you're going to have to cut the furnace on. A lot of the ducts run underneath the RV, and your tanks are also located underneath the RV. The warmth of those ducts is going to keep your tanks from freezing. So it's key to run your furnace, especially at night when the temperatures drop. In the morning, most times the temperature rises above freezing, so you will not need to run your propane that much. And if you're in a campground, make use of that electricity. It's included in your deal. Get some ceramic heaters from wherever you want. I purchased them from Amazon and put a link in the description. You can use those and heat your RV and save on the high cost of propane. But you're gonna need the propane in your furnace, so when the temperature drops below freezing, that's under 32 degrees Fahrenheit, you're gonna have to put on your furnace so that your pipes don't freeze. We are not that far away from being into those freezing temperatures. But when we get there, remember, you can also open up the cabinets in your RV. Under your sink, open up the cabinet. In your bathroom, open up the cabinet. Anywhere you have pipes and you have cabinets or some sort of storage, open it up so that heat that's in your cabin can go down into the pipes to keep them warm so they won't freeze. In the winter, we do a great deal of boondocking all around the East Coast and the West Coast. And when we're on the road, it gets really, really cold. I mean, it goes below freezing. And the same topics, the same examples I gave you when you're in a campground, that works as well when you're on the road. But you're going to need a source of power, whether it's going to be solar generators and solar panels on top of your RV, or you're going to have an inverted generator. When we're boondocking, we have both. We have onboard batteries with the 1500 watt inverter and solar panels. That's not going to be enough to get us through those cold winter nights. It only lasts just a bit. We also have a small propane buddy heater. That thing works really well, but that's only like the second source. We use the 3500 watt inverted generator by Predator. That's what gets us through those cold, cold nights. Our RV is only 30 amps, so our electrical system is totally capable of keeping up with the 3500 watts. It's more than enough. Sometimes you may need a bigger generator if you have a 50 amp RV. I'm thinking the 3500 watt inverter would also be enough in the winter for a 50 amp RV. I'm only saying that because the amount of heat that you need to pull is not more than a 30 amp. The AC is a much different system where you're gonna need about 1500 to 2000 watts per AC. In the summer, in the winter, you're not gonna need that much power to power multiple heating sources. Inverter generator to power all our heating needs. That's all you need. In review, in the beginning of the fall season, going into winter, you're gonna need a couple of different heating sources. In addition to your propane furnace, we use 2 additional electric heaters. We have 1 ceramic heater in the bathroom, 1 oscillating heater in a front living space, and a fan blowing directly into our bedroom to transfer the heat into there. You're going to want to open up your cabinets inside your RV to let the heat from your cabin enter into that storage space to heat up the pipes so that they don't freeze. If the temperature falls below freezing, you're going to want to cut on your propane furnace heater so that your underbelly, your pipes underneath your RV, your tanks, all can go without freezing from the heat being transmitted through the furnace. If you're in a van, bus, schoolie, all these processes are the same. When you're staying warm, everything works. In a smaller space, you want to think about ventilation. So if you're using propane heat instead of the electric heat, you're going to want to crack a window. Keep something open to keep that oxygen level high. Have a carbon monoxide detector just in case there's not enough oxygen in the room. That detector would go off. On the buddy heaters, they have a O2 sensor where if it doesn't sense enough O2 in the room, it will automatically shut off. But you want to have the carbon monoxide detector on hand in your van, schoolie, or RV, just in case something happens. Ventilation is key. Ventilation, ventilation, ventilation. I'm going to put a link at the end of this video and in the middle of some of our winter camping experiences and a winter camping series. So check those out, and I have a lot of tips for you guys for winter camping. Remember guys, I'm in Timothy Lake South. This campground is open all year. It does not close. There are people that live in this campground and go through the winter every year. It is possible. Remember guys, if you like these tips on winter RVing and winter camping, stay tuned because we have a whole winter camping series that we're gonna go through. If you want to thank us in any way, The thanks button is right below. Anything is appreciated. Anything we receive for the channel goes right back in the channel to give you guys these awesome videos and tips. We also have a store right below the video where we have a lot of winter gear, sweaters, hats that you can use for the winter season and to show your support to the Smalls RV Adventures. If you haven't already, check us out on other social media platforms, including Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, where we show a lot of our interesting adventures that summarizes our videos on YouTube. If you guys have any questions or comments, leave them in the comment section below. We answer each and every comment. And if you stuck around this long, please hit that like button. And please consider subscribing. We would love to have you aboard. That's all I have for you this time. And remember, I'm Ricky from the Smalls RV Adventures. Until next time, see you later, everybody.